So how do you get involved in digital health? Now, most people will think you have to found a startup and be a CEO to be involved in digital health. Now, that's the hardest thing you can go for, in my opinion. And it is, as they say, like chewing glass and looking into the abyss. Now, I love it with what I'm doing currently, but it's not the only thing you can do. There are loads of ways you can get involved in digital health. Now, before we kick on, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button down below. Okay, the first thing you can do to get involved in digital health is learn. Whatever it is that you want to do, you have to learn about the industry you want to be a part of. Today, doctors are keenly looking at alternative careers, be it investment banking, law, consultancy, or digital health. Now, you have to first learn what those terms mean and what it looks like to build a career in. I don't really buy into the fake it till you make it, because you will be caught out and usually blacklisted. The world is very small, trust me. In fact, medics in particular, with our type A personalities of thinking we know it all, the first step is saying, I don't know, and having the attitude to learn. So to break down what to learn what digital health first even means. Where is digital health around you? What communities exist in digital health? Learn and understand the finer details of digital health before trying to be a part of it. Now, you're probably sitting there and thinking, okay, fine. Tell me where to learn these things. What university do I go to? Hold it there. We're living in a world where we can learn through content on the internet. So read blogs and articles, listen to podcasts, subscribe to this YouTube channel, complete online courses. And if you're super keen, yes, you can do some of the institutional courses out there. But don't think it means a first-class ticket into an established digital health job at Google or Microsoft. The world outside of medicine is not as simple as a tick list of qualifications. Now, I'm going to point you in the direction of Peerr. Obviously, I'm biased, but here I'm building the home for health tech and people interested in the sphere. So join us. We have articles and courses on digital health from Harvard fellows to consultants advising leading organizations. It's free at the moment, so take them up before I put a paywall on them. So to summarize this point, you really have to learn, understand, and acquire the skills to be a part of the digital health industry. So go learn as much as you can, understand the language and the cogwheels that turn in the arena. My second piece of advice is to engage. Engage on digital platforms like Twitter, which is x.com now, or LinkedIn or Peerr. Be a part of the discussion. Offer an opinion and start to connect with people in the industry. Digital health is all still very new, so for doctors, there is no centralized portal where you can just apply and you become a member of the digital health family and suddenly you get handed a job. It's a vast field, so you need to see what communities you feel you want to be a part of. And that's very tightly linked to my next tip, which is to then network. Digital health is not this exclusive gang, even if some people pretend it to be. It's something everyone will be a part of. So it's more about choosing what part of the industry you want to be a part of. You might just be an end user of digital health using apps like Locum's Nest to book locum shifts, or you might use MindStep to look after your mental health, or you might be using the electronic health record systems like Cerner and Epic, or you might want a job in digital health companies. Whatever it is, start to network, to start getting a feel and getting engaged in the digital health industry more. When it comes to networking, meet people in the various different sectors by attending events and conferences like the MedTech Malta conference. Have online discussions and, quite frankly, just have a coffee with someone interesting in the space. So there you have it. Your first steps to getting involved in digital health is to learn, engage, and network. Now, usually when someone approaches me and says, I want to be involved in digital health, in essence, they're asking for a job of some sort. See, the thing is, in terms of digital health jobs and roles that are out there, the list is as long as my arm, so I'll have to brush over it in this video, and I've got, again, videos in depth going over different roles. But let's dive into them. You can be an entrepreneur in digital health founding your own solution. You can be a developer or a designer of a solution. You can be a product manager, a data analyst. You can be an advisor, a researcher, an educator. You can be involved in regulation and policy. Now, to get involved in digital health, find someone who does that very specific job that you want to do and get as much insight as possible. Or the other way I do it is I read blogs and articles and listen to podcasts. Now, the Scrubbed In show alone has guests from all walks of life, right the way from being an entrepreneur to being a product manager to working in the pharma side of digital health. Once you've gotten deep insight, it leads me on to my next tip, which is go and work for someone. Now, working for someone is a bit of a catch-22 situation because all of our circumstances differ in life. But if you have time and circumstances allow, go and work with a company operating in the digital health sphere. Whether it's paid or unpaid, now that is up to you. You need to decide between the benefits versus the drawbacks. It's a personal decision. Now, I'm going to say something that might be a little bit polarizing and a lot of people might not agree with or agree with. Now, I have noticed a lot of people publicly say, don't work for free, it's bad, it's taking advantage, blah, blah, blah. Now, the truth is, if you do have the unfair advantages of life, go and do it if it meets your goals and if it helps you get you on your way. Now, I've worked for free in many different things and many different companies, and it's sharpened my CV and myself in so many different ways. My circumstances allowed for me to do that. I have friends that it didn't allow for them to do that. Now, I have also had other people who've come and who've worked with Peerr and they've said, I'm going to do so-and-so for your company, and they've leveraged that task that they did for me to go and land jobs at big tech and other digital health companies. We both won, so I'm happy. Now, to be honest, we're a bootstrapped company and I can't afford to pay loads of people salaries at the moment. But what I'm trying to illustrate is that money is not the only type of value exchange that can happen. Anyways, I digress. Returning to the topic at hand, working for and around people in the digital health space gives you insight into how things operate at a ground level. You can learn all the theory you like. You can do all the institutional courses you like and the online courses. Nothing beats doing it and doing the roles. So go and work for someone. Go and work for a company. Paid or unpaid, that's up to you. Just go and work for someone. My next tip for getting into digital health is build a personal brand. As healthcare professionals, we're made used to a system where you gain qualifications, you meet an entry criteria, and you outcompete based on those superficial metrics to get a job. Medical school, foundation jobs, specialty training. It's one big conveyor belt with hoops to just jump through. The world of digital health is more like how other industries operate. It's very new to us healthcare professionals, but the truth is, your soft skills matter, your likability matters, your knowledge, skills, your network and friends all matter. So what I recommend is building a personal brand. Control the narrative when you're not in the room, and whilst you seek opportunities, let opportunities seek you. On our Scrubbed In podcast, far too many guests have said, so-and-so called me and offered me the job. Now, we've created a whole video on personal branding and I plan on doing another updated video, but I'm going to say this. Join Peerr and start putting content on there. It's going to be the home of health tech, so get a head start. Now, I've saved the most difficult way to get involved in digital health till last. Be an entrepreneur and start up your own digital health solution. Now, founding a startup is the most enjoyable, difficult, testing and rewarding thing I've ever done and do. You can see already, it's a roller coaster of emotions. Building a startup is basically a headfirst dive into digital health. You will literally do every single job you can imagine. You will learn loads and it will transform you as a person. Now, whilst I've said all those great things, I don't want to over glamorize it. Startups, founding, being an entrepreneur is very hard and has a lot of sacrifices attached to it. Just speak to an entrepreneur about this. I'll go into this on another video. This isn't the one for this. So there you have it, my 6 tips to getting involved in digital health. Number 1, learn about the industry. Number 2, engage with people online. Number 3, network. Number 4, work for someone, work for a digital health company or brand. Number 5, build a personal brand. And number 6, you can start up your own digital health solution. Now, before I close up, I am building the home for digital health and for health tech and for people in healthcare to build a personal brand, to network, to teach and to learn collaboratively on Peerr, www.peerr.io. Everything I've talked about in this video is being packaged on the platform itself. So check it out and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Otherwise, see you in the next video.